What's up, everybody? I'm back with some more Gunpla model kits, and I'm really freaking excited for this one. And I didn't know that I could be so excited for a high grade, which is one of the types that I don't really get as much. I'm a master grade guy myself. I like the big ones, as you can see behind me. So I like the bigger builds, the longer builds. So that's just me. I actually got help building this kit, but it was on my radar of ones I wanted to play. That's for damn sure. And here it is, the MSM-03C HY GOGG, and this thing is clean, man. Seriously, I know it's just a high grade, but it's actually really freaking dope. Here's the box. I don't mind it. I like these older Gundams. I'm a bigger fan of the older ones than I am some of the newer ones. But that's just me. I think a lot of the older ones had their own unique style. It wasn't a lot of the same color variants or the same style and stuff. So that's just me personally, to each their own. And without any further ado, here he is. Now this is actually really freaking dope. So give you a little size comparison. This is my hand. This is the Gundam, and this is my hand sideways, so you'll get a better view of how width it is. So I'm 6'4", and got a decent sized hand. It's not the biggest or the smallest in the world, but it's pretty decent size. So that's that. We'll get them out on the spinny right now. This one actually, as I was watching it being built, didn't look like it was a super long build, but it actually definitely was a different build, that's for sure. It had a lot of different aspects to this that the Gundams that I normally build, like maybe the Granddaddy Gundam or the Wing Gundam, even the Ashtray Gundam up until his swords were kind of all the same, even the V Gundam, the new Gundam, was actually a Verka and, was still somewhat of a similar kind of build, not the exact same as most of them, but this HY GOGG was truly different. It looks different. The pieces all obviously went on different. That's a given. But what gets me with these kits so every time is just how close it looks to the actual thing. How the pieces, even though they look so weird, just kind of make such a crazy dope looking figure. And I like the mobility of these things. So what you'll see here is the Gundam with the orange torpedoes on his back, the blue, the claws, everything, and we'll get some mobility video here soon. But this thing is definitely one of my ones on my list that I was going after. It is slowly kind of selling out places, but I know that they do restocks on Gundams all the time from any year, so that doesn't really matter. It just depends on if you want it now. So Gundam, real quick, a Gundam I'm looking for is Gundam At Guy, and that is being sold out everywhere. You can only find it in Japan or places selling it for 70 and up. So it's worth getting, just hard to get a hold of. So with that being said, let's jump to this mobility video of everything this Gundam can do, and not just its standstill. So obviously everything pretty much moves on this thing. I'm saying the feet, each one of those 4 little prong things that kind of maybe will look like a toe or an extension of the foot, those all move. The ankle pivots around, and you can see that definitely has some different mobility to it. It's one kind of feels a little stiff, whereas the other one feels like it's definitely more mobile. But the feet on that one, and that's some tips and tricks videos you probably can check out. Gunpla University. I know my boy Funko Cop always has some good stuff. Nick over at Mecha Warehouse always has some lives and can always give you some good, definitely some good tips. But this, some of the pieces may fit on there just be loose and hang loose, and that's normal, but those are actually fixed. That's the actual fixable situation. So then with the hands, the the individual claws actually move. You can take the entire hand off, and there are some small torpedoes that you can actually attach to the hands, and you can actually take off the arms and attach them as arms. So you have the big torpedoes, and then you have the small torpedoes in the back, which are actually really freaking dope. I like those. And then the shoulders obviously can move pretty much all the way down and all the way up. They'll stop a little bit so they can't go completely vertical. I don't mind it though. It's okay build. I wonder if they'll ever give us a master grade. This is not, whenever I was looking at, not a difficult build. It was definitely a fun build. I like the color on this thing. I like the mobility of the arms themselves. They go up and down and all around and stuff. You can spin them. They're not loose. They don't fall off. So I don't have a problem with it. It does at times whenever I'm sitting it. Knock that I can definitely feel is whenever you're sitting it. It has a weird hip jointed kind of thing going on, and they're definitely not as firm as what I would like to be. But being that I don't necessarily play with these things or do too many different poses with them, it's not a bad thing at all. And for me, it's definitely about how they look, how well they can stand, and about how fun the build is whenever I'm doing these things. So that, as you guys can see all around, is the MSM-03C HY GOGG. I loved watching this thing slowly getting built the past few days, even though I've been working on the burning G Gundam for quite some time now. Not gonna lie, I used to rip through them, and now they're slowly getting pushed out. But that's mostly because I have a lot of them done, so I'm liking being able to overextend taking my time on these. But this is one I actually was glad that got built quickly and looks cold, you guys. Once again, here goes the box, and this is really freaking sweet. Let me know if you guys dig this. If you're new to the model kit game, if you've been a part of the Gunpla gang for a minute, let me know in the comments some of you guys' favorite builds lately, or even ones you aspire to get lately. I know one that I am desperately craving for is the Metal Garurumon Digimon from the Digimon show. A little mix up with Amazon. They kind of screwed me again, so they actually didn't end up shipping that to me. I was supposed to get it on Wednesday. Didn't happen, but it's all right. So thank you guys. I appreciate you so much for all the support. Definitely going on these journeys with me. Make sure you check out the other Gunpla videos I've done. Got some pop videos, some video game stuff out there, podcasts. You got the sports show with Lampsey and Brother Swole. Y'all check it out. Thank you. Take it easy.